Welcome back to the 2022 Oscash World Cup semifinals. I'm Dolan. I'll be joined by my man Sarton for
That would
our
be me.
winners bracket match. Yes, that would be him. It's going to be South Korea taking on the United States.
Yep. The final winners bracket match of this weekend. One, a lot of people are looking forward to seeing as well. Two really good teams. One powerhouse, another powerhouse, but is one better than the other? We did the cast predictions earlier this week, and a lot of people expect South Korea to likely win, but maybe you have a different opinion on that, Dolan?
Well, it's tough. It's tough to avoid the bias here, but I think that most people would have South Korea favored in this one. I think that's kind of obvious. The United States, I mean, they're playing against South Korea. This is the one team they have never beaten in the Catch World Cup. So, I mean, you kind of can't put the United States as the favorite going in with that statistic being out there. That said, things are a little bit different this year. There's no motion on the side of South Korea, and the United States still have a pretty good roster, so we'll have to see if they get outscaled by the semifinals pool or not. That's the big question.
Yep, we shall see indeed. Yeah, South Korea with fairly large team roster changes. The United States, as opposed
to 100 roll from Sekre.
Okay, you go.
That's it. Roll the credits.
Go,
match is over.
That's
US-China, winners finals confirmed.
I mean, this is the American conclusion. We'll see if South Korea gets to roll right. I mean, it's a 1 in 100 chance, right? Nope, not even close.
Okay.
There you go.
That would have been awesome.
Would have been quite crazy indeed.
Oh, below the 95. My goodness.
Yeah,
but
they're trying. But all right,
anyway.
yeah. United States, not too many roster changes except for Elix joining the team. And yeah, a fairly nice hidden player, but he's never been at this type of tournament before. He's never played at this caliber yet, so I wonder how he's going to perform on this semi-final map pool. I mean, I'm pretty certain he's going to have to play a few hidden maps here and there. I think that South Korea is very keen on picking those maps. But yeah, banning on the South Korean end, double time 2 at the moment seems fairly logical, considering the United States team of Sekre, the Creeper, being absolutely monsters on double time.
You alluded to Elix being brought in solely kind of for that backup low AR hidden slot there with Zach kind of. I think that might pay some dividends here against South Korea, a really strong hidden team. But when you see, basically 2 Zachs on the other team, you have Zach and Elix, it might make you think twice about just diving straight into these low AR hidden picks and these convert hidden picks.
It really just depends, right? Zach hasn't been as great as he's been in past years, right? He hasn't really practiced too much and mostly played for his completion goal, which he also quit like a few days ago, I'm pretty sure. Or he's planning to quit the completionist goal. And yeah, is it really that strong of a hidden roster right now in the United States? And I'm not entirely sure.
That's the big question mark here. Is I don't know how strong they're going to be on semifinals compared to South Korea. If this was quarterfinals, I'd be way more confident in the United States. But I could tell you that because I was a part of the tryouts for that last slot that Elix ended up getting a part of, or ended up taking the slot. We were being trained on finals, grand finals, hidden picks. That is what we were being thrown at. We were absolutely run through the gauntlet. So I don't think he's going to be unfamiliar with this, but it's just going to be more of a test of nerves actually being in the moment and executing.
I wonder if that really is the case. We shall see. But not now. We're going to jump into No Mod first. No Mod 4, a pick by Sekre. So the United States pick. Tomei Elegy, another cover, it seems. Plenty of covers of this song. And right now we're swapping some members, as you can see. United States slotting into spots 4 to 6. South Korea 1 to 3. It's going to be Sekre, Lexi the Creeper. Seems fairly obvious to me for United States. We have South Korea now putting in Jisun, Angel Kawaii, and Yes My Darkness. That also seems quite a solid option.
Yep, both these teams quite familiar with one another. And China, awaiting the winner of this match in the finals, is going to be familiar with both of these two teams quite well. So we've got some awesome action in store for the remainder of the Catch World Cup as we get things ready here in the final winners bracket semi-final match of the tournament.
Correct indeed. Winning this gives you like a very good shot at getting a very high podium place as well. Winner of the winner brackets will get top 2 guaranteed. So that is always very nice to have. And then it all really just boils down to what other team you have to face in losers brackets once you drop down of this match. And there's still really strong teams in the losers bracket too, so I'm pretty sure neither of these two teams really wants to drop right at this moment. And yeah, I mean, that's fairly obvious talk. Let's just jump into the match. Let's just see how the players perform.
The fruit is falling. The match has begun. We have filled enough time. Players approaching that 200 combo mark now in this Nomad 4 pick from the United States, going with the Nomad Convert here to start things off. And again, perfect SS's all around, Sarden.
Yeah, exactly. Start of the map is not the toughest of starts, but it's gonna get pretty rough in the Ki. Some very nasty jumps here and there. So this is fairly expected thus far. But still, mighty impressive indeed.
Fairly popular song, so players should be familiar with it. Let's see if they can handle these jumps.
Into that Ki indeed. So far, no misses anywhere to be seen.
No droplet misses even.
Yeah, the score keeps on flickering for the time being, as nobody gives an inch to the other team. And now it's at the same time drop as well as the Creeper. Sakurai and the Creeper both dropping for the United States, and Jisun, the only drop there for South Korea, is going to go to the lead.
Oh, Lexi goes as well.
Oh, wow.
And that's devastating for the United States. All 3 combos are gone. All 3 players below that 200 combo mark. Yes, My Darkness and Angel Kawaii. Now, absolutely just raking in the points for South Korea. As Creeper drops yet again, Jisun will trade it.
Yeah, so that's not the biggest worry of the United States, but this drop for Angel Kawaii might matter a lot for South Korea, as the combo advantage now back in the hands of the United States. They know as well. It's not quite enough to give them back the lead, I do believe, but another miss for South Korea will give the lead back to the United States. So they're just going to have to hope for that now and hold the combos.
Yeah, that score gap was 50,000 points and shrieking at the time. United States pulling it back, but they will need at least one more miss from South Korea.
Whilst not missing themselves, and they've been really solid on this part of the map. This is fairly similar to the first Ki. And again, nobody is giving an inch. About 40,000 points of difference, a little less than that actually. But we're
very close
to the map now, so will the misses be too late for South Korea? Maybe they already are safe.
Coming to the ending here, South Korea holding on to what could be an opening break point. United States trying desperately, but the damage has been done, and that will do it. 1-0 South Korea.
What a performance. A double S there for Yes My Darkness. I'm not entirely sure whether that's the first one of this weekend, but it's mighty impressive for sure. Really well performed by everybody on the roster of both teams, really. But the difference maker here was definitely Yes My Darkness, as Jisun was the only person below 920,000 points. Yeah, the Creeper being the one nearest to it, but still having a higher score. So, good breakpoint there for South Korea. Definitely, they should be thankful for Yes My Darkness on this one.
Now the question is, how will they attempt to capitalize with their first pick of the match? They banned Double Time 2. And they're going to go with Hidden 1.
That seems very logical indeed. I still believe that the South Korean hidden roster should be quite a lot stronger than the United States roster. And that is simply down to the fact that South Korea actually has like very well experienced plus specialized hidden players. As for the USA, I mean, there's some specialized hidden players over there as well, as we've already discussed. Lexi being like maybe the world's greatest at this point. But you need 3 people that have that same sort of skill set as Lexi, and the other 2, Sakurai isn't really a hidden main player. Elix, on the other hand, not as experienced as the others. Maybe the Creeper's gonna try this hidden pick. That would be quite abstract, but maybe you could. How's the Creeper on hidden actually, though? You should know.
I actually don't know how his hidden is, but considering it's air 9.3, I wouldn't put it past him. And he is going to stay in.
That is the surprise of the day for me already. Okay, the creeper on hidden.
I'm not going to lie, that is quite shocking to me as well, just considering that they have Zac and Elux. I'm wondering if... Is everyone there, maybe? I don't know what the deal is there. That's big question mark. Creeper hidden debut.
So this might not be a Giga Brain American strategy in the end, but we shall see if it pays off anyway. The creeper already missing though. Sakurai follows it up.
Yep, early 2 misses from the United States. An early advantage for South Korea as we make our way through the first 200 combo to creeper, finding yet another miss.
Definitely not too comfortable on this map. More misses there for both Sakurai and the creeper. Lexi still holding on to combo very nicely, as expected of like one of the world's best hidden players. But then again, South Korea only has 1 drop so far for Yes My Darkness, so it's definitely still a South Korean lead here.
Yeah, you see Draystar, I mean, one of the absolute dominant forces in hidden. Angel Kawaii and Draystar are still holding up that double FC for South Korea. Sakurai and Creeper just consistently finding a miss here and there. And it's only a quarter of the way in, and the damage is already showing on the scoreline. It's quite massive.
Yeah, more than 200,000 points by now as the creeper finds another miss there. And, ooh, will USA have any sort of resistance against this dominant South Korean pick? Maybe not.
It doesn't appear that there's going to be any form of resistance at all. Just, you can't stage a comeback when consistently finding misses, and Sakurai into Creeper just unfortunately not able to do it. Lexi, oh, that's a team miss for the USA. Angel Kawaii will trade one of them, but this one is over, ladies and gentlemen. 300,000 points.
Yeah, not looking all too great there for the United States. Yes, My Darkness back at a very big combo. Draystar still rocking a double S, no problem there. He's going to drop it now, but that's already so much score on his end. He's done his job.
It's going to take a lot. The US now finally actually have all 3 combos over 200 now, so they actually do have the score advantage at this point with that drop from Angel Kawaii, but they've got a lot of work to do.
And the South Koreans
But again, it would literally take South Korea consistently missing to the end of the map, and with Sakurai and the Creeper now dropping, the advantage is gone.
Are you already cheering up my fellow American?
No, I just had a lump in my throat there at an awkward time, but Lexi also dropping too. And really all eyes on Yes My Darkness. That's really what we're all looking at here.
Yeah, with the 99-90.
It's an insane run.
Incredible indeed, and again we can thank him on the South Korean side for the absolute monster score that helped the South Korean team take this point. I mean, it's not just him. Everybody on the end of South Korea absolutely smashing the United States' score. Only Lexi really coming close to their scores, and even then his score is not even as high as the average score on the end of South Korea. So definitely a dominant win there for South Korea. 2-0 on the scoreboard, and the United States is next to pick.
Yep, so US back to the drawing board, down 2-0 here. We'll see what they've got planned here. Man, it's just kind of hard to even wonder where you're going to pick against a team like South Korea. That's the thing. We're now at the stage of the tournament where it's just the powerhouses here left in the winner's bracket, especially. The strengths and weaknesses are well known.
So far, it's looking like the strengths of South Korea definitely overshadow the strengths of the United States. Not sure if they're opting for another no mod here. I think double time would be a very good option right now after this hidden pick. But
honestly could see a mixed mod coming out of the United States here right about now. Or double time, okay.
Told you. So we're gonna have oh wow, it's PG-13, right? So something you shouldn't know sells right there. Lovely time sells.
Lovely time sells, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
mapped by Crowley. Not the lengthiest of double time picks. It's got to round down to about 2 minutes 20, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, United States on double time, definitely one of the stronger double time teams for sure. The Creeper, if you follow him on Twitter, for example, you can see some absolutely bonkers scores coming from his end. He's mostly specialized in like the really high AR double time shenanigans, but he's definitely solid on these as well, these 8.6s, as long as it isn't too low of an AR. Then again though, South Korea, also very solid roster for DT there, and they are able to swap out more players, as you can see. Rels and Bio coming in for this double time pick. Yes, my Darkness still staying in the lobby.
Well, honestly, I wouldn't imagine the United States subbing anyone from the lobby currently on the DT map. This is probably going to be their best DT roster, except for, you know, maybe if Colin was feeling really into zone on this one.
But seemingly he doesn't. And yeah, they're going to hop into the match with this roster. I do wonder if Lexi is going to lag again. He was chatting about the fact that he had like a 3 MS lag on the previous map, and that could bottleneck him even worse. And it's double time pick. I hope it doesn't happen again. We shall see. Third map of the match. Lexi there with the first miss though.
Well, hey, let's hope that that's the early lag out of the way right there.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you want to miss, if you're going to have a miss, that's where you want it. Either at the very start or the very end.
Correct. The start is like the best place to miss for sure. Also gets your nerves off of you. And Bile is going to follow that up with a miss of their own. And that gives United States the lead for the time being.
Yep, right as Lexi gets back up to that 200 combo. So timing of the misses will favor the United States. But there's still much map left. Bile finding yet another one.
Yeah, he's a little slow on the movement there. I have a feeling he's undershooting a few of these nodes, still getting adjusted to the speed. Rels is going to follow up with a miss of their own, and that's going to give the United States a bit of a nice lead there. As you can see, about 70,000 points for now.
Yeah, the biggest lead the US have held in this match yet. Looking really good for them as we approach the halfway mark. Yes, my Darkness, though, keeping up.
Lexi isn't missed there for them again. It's a bit of a tough map, obviously, semi-finals, and he's keeping up really well. I'm just hoping it's not because of the lag. Biol's going to follow it up with a miss of their own, so United States is still in a safe position as Yes Mike also breaks.
And even if there's a little bit of trouble on Lexi's end, Sekre and Decreeper are there backing Lexi up. As I say that, though, Decreeper is going to find a miss. That's the second miss for the United States. So only one FC remaining from Sekre.
Double S evens. Really looking good for him, and he's definitely putting in the work here.
It's about 100,000 points in favor of the United States at the moment. Biol, oh, big miss for Biol. Just got caught out in the middle in no man's land. Did not know where to go and missed the last 4 notes.
That hurts, and he's hurt by it too. You could see that in the catcher movement afterwards. Definitely frustrated about that miss, considering the fact that they're also trailing behind by about 100,000 points. More misses there for Biol too, and is United States safe from this pick? It's looking like it.
Final quarter of the map, Rel's also going down, and now it's looking more and more inevitable here as that score bar has taken off to the right side. 150,000, almost 200,000 points in favor of the United States now, and now it seems all but inevitable. The only question is, will Sekre bring home that SS?
Still looking very solid. His movement isn't too wonky. Another miss there for Biol at the end, and yeah, Sekre not with a double S, but with an FC nonetheless. That's still mighty impressive. Well done by him, and the United States has a very, very great score difference there of about 200. My maths, wow, 250,000. I wanted to say, almost at 150,000 there. That's very commanding of them, and as you can see, double time is still very much in their favor here. They're going to have to play to that strength. There's only one map left, though, in the double time pool, so from there on, it's going to get a little tougher. South Korea still knows that they have a match to play.
Yeah, the U.S. needed that, though. That was a good, decisive win for them to kind of shake that morale off, the bad morale from the first round. Now they can focus on the remainder of the match and attempting to get a break point back at some point. South Korea, though. They are up to pick next.
How's another hidden pick sound for South Korea right about now?
It honestly seems like the most logical thing to do.
Yeah, agree.
I mean, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, just kind of kept it in their pocket. But I'm sure they feel comfortable picking Hidden 3 at any point.
And not really any sort of reason to keep it in the pockets, right? Why not just pick up the guaranteed points at the very start of the game? I mean, not guaranteed, obviously, but these hidden picks are
Yeah, well, because
absolutely
I would say
favorite.
that Hidden 3 is less guaranteed than Hidden 1 was for them. But they're gonna go with Nomad 2. Gemzu map here.
Seems they feel the same way as you.
So 2.5 minutes roughly here. AR 9.7. Almost 7 stars. Difficulty of these map pools definitely picking up.
I have a feeling the Yes My Darkness Bancho is flagging. As they are now picking the map like 30 seconds after their initial player picked the map.
We love Bancho.
I love you, man.
Hey man, it wouldn't be
Right now.
it wouldn't be the Catch World Cup without Bancho bot, wouldn't it?
Oh, it absolutely wouldn't be.
We love the Bancho bot.
He hasn't been too weird this year, though. Honestly, it's been
He's been there though. He's
fairly
been
good
there.
bot. Yeah, it's been a fairly good bot so far. Some more roster swaps there for South Korea, as United States has to stick to their 3 players. Seemingly, Sekre, Lexi, and the Creeper playing once more, as we have Dracer hopping in for South Korea. Map number 4, and everybody's still holding on to a nice full combo.
Ooh, the Creeper is going to be the first miss though. So early advantage South Korea.
Be quite a tough map for a semifinal.
Draystar. Indeed, Draystar's going to trade that miss for the Creeper, so the United States is going to be pulling it back to level.
Actually, United States will be leading very likely, as the Creeper missed on an earlier part, but he's going to miss again right there.
Angel Kawaii, though, trades it.
Trading.
So it's actually going to be an advantage US because Draystar was still below 200.
Yeah, very marginally, but it's... Well, it's going to flicker, actually. So we don't know for sure yet.
Yeah, Angel Kawaii and the Creeper are like at the same combo, so it's actually dead even, if anything, maybe minusculely for the US, but it's still very much up in the air. Draystar goes down.
Yeah, that's United States leads for sure. There's a bit of a calmer section. It's very crucial to keep your combo in these kind of parts. It's more likely you'll be fine if you miss in the very hard part, because there's just going to be more misses there. In general. But none of these teams feel like missing these harder parts either.
Oh my goodness. And they all see that no one missed in that part. It's roughly 30k. Sekre.
Yeah, that's going to be enough for South Korea to take back the lead if they don't miss. But that's
Draystar does.
Tough prerequisite as Draystar indeed misses as well. United States still holding on to that lead. Lexi with an amazing double S thus far. So it's Yes My Darkness, but Draystar seems to be struggling in these harder parts, these faster parts, these left rights are definitely not too well suited for him. Bit drop as well though.
Sekre missing again. Sekre is really out of whack here at the end. Draystar trades it, and that might be the saving grace. The Creeper goes down.
It's all on Lexi. Oh goodness, Draystar can't hold on though, and Sekre and the Creeper are already back at 100 combo, meaning that they are able to take the points. Break point there for United States, and a very important one of that too.
34,000 points, and we are tied at 2.
2 perfect scores as well in the end of Yes My Darkness and Lexi, so immaculate performance from those 2 players. And the United States in general was just a tad bit better. Draystar really struggling with the ending section, not really too fast on those left rights.
As well as Sekre too. Sekre really just kind of fell apart out of nowhere, was playing absolutely flawless, and then just at the ending got caught out, as well as the Creeper, but managed to preserve the advantage.
I mean, they did well enough So United States is able to count in another point. 2-2.
And they have the pick. We'll see where they go with it. And I think I wouldn't be surprised to see South Korea go for hidden 3 on their next pick.
Maybe you really should by now, right? Nobot is looking a little finicky there for South Korea. And again, the South Korea like outperformed them Hard Rock. Do that.
I don't know, to be honest, man. This is tough. I feel like mixed mod is just going to be dangerous for either team to pick into. But
I mean, United States
never mind,
really
there it is. Mixed
just wanted to
mod
mention,
2.
I mean, really, United States should be looking at those mixed spots indeed, because Sekra is just a very impressive hard rock player. Lexi is one of the best hidden players, and the Creeper has always been that no-board player when it came now to mixed board picks, right? And he's gotten better at that role ever since he was assigned that role. South Korea, I mean, has a very large pool of players with various skill sets, but are they at the same level as the United States players with their particular skill sets and their particular prestigious, right?
So
on those skill
this
sets?
is going to be so interesting on so many different levels here, because I mean, we're going to have Draystar versus Lexi on the hidden. This hidden is going to be AR 8.7, and the AR is actually huge to consider when you're talking about Draystar versus Lexi here, because I think the lower that AR goes, the more it tends to favor Draystar. But 8.7 should be right in these players' wheelhouses for hidden. For Hard Rock, I'm not sure how it's going to be between Hyper and Sekre, or Yes My Darkness. I feel like we should just call him YMD. Or Darkness.
Yeah, he's not feeling like playing this Just My Darkness. Telling us that the team forced him to play this one map.
Hey, he gave the disclaimer. It's not my fault. I warned you. I didn't want to play it.
That's fair if he gets like 500,000 points, right?
Yeah, totally. I think he can do as much trolling as he wants.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I do wonder though. Yeah.
So it's going to
Will he
be
good?
Yes My Darkness against Sekre on Hard Rock, Draystar versus Lexi on Hidden, and Angel Kawaii against a Creeper on the Nomad. Honestly, I think these mixed mods could be virtual coin flips between these two teams.
Yep, I do wonder. I think a lot of it will also come down to the normal player, honestly. I think that... Oh, there you have it. First percent for the Creeper. I think that Yes My Darkness is going to perform a little worse than Sekre, considering that Sekre might be a tad better on Convert's Hard Rock picks with more pixel jumps, and this is a pixel jump E-map.
Oh, and Yes My Darkness missing. That is a heavier weighted miss.
Yeah, and I think Draystar is going to outperform Lexi by a little bit. That will be my initial guess, but I might be underestimating Lexi here. But the Creeper's going to come in with another miss of their own as well.
Lexi goes down.
So far, my prediction seems to be correct. Angel Kawaii is going to follow up with another miss, though, so the score is going to be fairly level right now. Bits of a lead for South Korea, though.
Yeah, South Korea just won't be able to completely run away with it because of that one miss traded back. But Yes My Darkness is going to find another miss, so that is going to eradicate that advantage to Creeper. Trading one back. Lexi trading another back as well. South Korea now growing the lead.
So yeah, as predicted, Draystar and Sekre are the best performers at the moment, with double S's for both of them. The rest is really determined here.
Yep, coming up to the final quarter of the map, Angel Kawaii is going to find a miss, so that'll make things a little bit interesting here. The United States should still need one more miss, but Lexi will trade it back. Back to square one.
Yeah, he's going to miss thrice, actually. So Lexi is struggling a little bit. This seems to be more of a well-suited map for Draystar. And, these slower parts seem to be tripping off Lexi, which is kind of peculiar, because normally he's actually really good in those parts.
So coming into the ending, South Korea looking poised to get a break point right back. Angel Kawhi, big miss there, but it shouldn't be enough.
And South Korea. Wow. With 100k points, actually. Sekre now with a Hard Rock double S on the map. Draystar with a hidden double S. So, again, my predictions were correct in that sense that, yes, my Darkness would be overshadowed by Sekre and Lexi by Draystar. And it really came down to the Creeper and Angel Kawhi for the most part. Lexi did have a lot of point loss towards the end, though, because of missing on those slower parts. So only 837,000 score.
Lexi just found consistent misses across the map, so it was way more punishing, despite it's only an 8 miss count, despite the 99.3% accuracy. Those misses were basically almost perfectly spaced from one another. So that's why you see 800k. So unfortunate for the United States, but Draystar absolutely just dominant. We kind of expected that. Low AR hidden, Draystar is just going to crush it.
Yeah, the general performance is better on the South Korean side, and they're going to be leading the match again, 3-2, as they are also allowed to pick the next map.
3 breakpoints already in this match.
Yeah, get your game up, captains. Assist the other team better. Come on.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah, listen to the commentators for the change as well. How's that sound?
We're trying our best.
Go for hidden. Will they listen to us?
Will they? I mean, it's what I would go for. Referee asking for the pick.
Yeah,
Don't
it's been about
test
2
the
minutes.
referees. They will roll it.
Yeah, they will.
You also have a timeout.
I think that's gonna take a little too long. I think that's a roll. They are apologizing.
Well, look, we're gonna. Yeah.
We shall see. Referee decision, right?
Yeah, it all comes down to the referee, right? That's why you have a referee. They're the ones looking at the timer. And they're the ones to determine whether or not it was in time. But I think regardless, there's going to be a warning.
Lexi's busy with way other things right now. But he's going to have to keep his focus, right?
That's why. He said it was lag. Ah, he was trying to throw us off. Exposed. We will see Elux checking in for his first appearance of the match.
Alrighty. On an Air 7.5 pick. Is he going to play it? Oh, what? I believe he will, actually, as Lexi is also staying in the lobby. Never mind me. Gonna take it all back.
Nope. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure.
Still wonder, will South Korea be as dominant on this mixed pot pick as they were in the other one? Because I still feel as if the United States has a lot of strengths there as well in the mixed pot pool. I still wouldn't have gone for mixed pot myself if I were South Korea. Maybe later in the match it would have been fine, but...
Yeah, this is and this is an interesting setup here. I don't think this is right for the US.
Whatevs, right?
Sekre unhidden. Lexi Nomad.
I mean, is it like...
Excuse me?
Do they like check out do the slots like determine which mod you play as well?
Yeah, they're supposed to be in the same. Hard Rocks on top, hidden bottom left, Nomad bottom right.
Right, gotcha. So... Okay.
Now, it's not like the law, but that's usually the referees try to make it like that for the stream. And it looks like, okay.
Oh, Drace coming in with Hard Rock. Actually, that's kind of...
That's spicy, actually. So they've rebelled and put the no mods on top. All right.
I mean, will Drace be able to perform well in this one? He's obviously like one of the strongest players when it comes down to these weird convert Hard Rock beat maps. But he's played hidden for the most part throughout this match. So swapping to high AR might be a little roughing it.
We'll have to see. But it is their pick, so Lexi with the early miss here.
Here 7.5, you have to remember, right? So this is really rough for the hidden players as well.
Yeah, definitely takes a minute to get used to. Oh, Sakurai is going to follow that up with a miss. South Korea looking good.
That's the moment you realize you got to be happy with the no-fail rule. Sakurai would have died twice there, probably. Lexi and Angel Kawaii both missing. Hidden players kind of struggling with the rhythm here, which is understandable. Draystar with his business as well. And only the Nomad players left with full combo.
Yep, it's down to Yes My Darkness and Elux. And the score gap, only about 50k in favor of South Korea, so not completely out of reach for the Americans as these combos get rebuilt.
So far, again, it's looking like Lexi is the main bottleneck here, as all the players have very similar scores to each other. So they are going to have to pick up the game a little bit at least.
Oh, Draystar finding another miss. So that is going to narrow the gap, and things should get real close now, unless we see a miss traded back. Halfway through the map.
Yeah, any miss is quite huge in this map. As you can see, we've only had just over 400 notes throughout this entire song. So imagine if you drop your 200 combo twice, that would be disastrous. Sakurai coming in with a miss of their own as well. So South Korea.
Imagine if you drop, you say. See what you did there. So advantage South Korea. Final third of the map. It's a one miss game.
Really is indeed, but yeah, South Korea has a lot more score potential at the moment with their current combos. Will one miss be enough for the United States to come back? Not entirely sure.
Well, all the combos are there. Sakurai rebuilding. Everyone else above that 200. So a miss is going to be punished if it comes out here. Last eighth of the map, South Korea looking to finally cash in on a 2-point lead here for the first time in the match.
I love how
Draystar, Sakurai trades.
Alrighty, so that was just a really tough pattern for the hard rock players. Little you can do about it, but Sakurai's going to miss again. I think that's going to be the final nail in the coffin. I don't believe there's notes left for the United States to come back on this one.
Nope, despite the brilliant Nomad performances from Yes My Darkness and Elux, and they're going to battle for the MVP slot. That was a spinner battle for it.
I need only full combos there for Elix and Yes My Darkness. Well played by the other players too, but yeah, just slightly better performance on the end of South Korea, both for the hard rock and the hidden player. Yeah, Lexi struggled a little at the start, but I've seen the rest of the map, so I'm wondering if everything's okay with his PC still. Hopefully no initial lags. But either way, South Korea, 2-point lead. First time in the game.
Yep, 4-2. United States now looking to cut the lead in half with their next pick. They desperately need the point. Hard Rock is still wide open. 2 DT maps remain. 1 mixed mod, 1 hidden, 2 no mods. So now the US still, this is a tough one here. I mean, I feel like you go double time if you're the United States, but the only double times that are left are converts, and they're actually going to pick Hard Rock 1.
Alrighty, Hard Rock. Bit curious on this one. I know that Lexi has a lot of Hard Rock potential as well, so does the Creeper, but they haven't played it too much in tournaments. I mean, in this tournament obviously yes, but just throughout the years, it's mostly been Sakurai on Hard Rock picks, right? The Creeper as well, but he's still specialized in double time for the most part. And Lexi is also like absolutely bonkers on Hard Rock, maybe even like a top 10 player in that field. definitely top 20. But will his tournament performance be on the same level as a solo performance? We shall see. First time he's going to have to play a hard map at this level of map pool, in semi-finals level. So, might be a little rough for him.
They'll be lined up against Yes My Darkness, Rels, and Jisan from South Korea. And the US desperately need to get something rolling here. It'll be the first Hard Rock map of the match. A pretty short one too, just over 2 minutes. And there is the start command. So Hard Rock 1 going to get underway shortly.
It's going to be a little rough there for Lexi and maybe for the Creeper as well. Sakurai just played some Hard Rock, so he's not going to have to adjust to the AR as much. And South Korea, on the other hand, was able to swap out a lot of their players. So that always gives you an advantage when you swap between Hard Rock and Hidden especially. Jisan there with the first miss though. Yeah, wonder what's going to happen here.
Yeah, Sakurai also had a very early miss, I think.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Good. My bad. 2 misses there for South Korea.
Yeah, and Rels, yeah.
Lead.
There were quite a few early misses we missed. But 200 combo mark. It's going to be about a 40 to 50k advantage for the United States. Getting into the second quarter of the map.
So far, it's looking like a good pick indeed, and Alexi has been able to adapt very well to the Hard Rock conditions there. Here we go with
the key eye.
Yep.
No misses as of yet.
The map is quite flowy, so I mean, these players can definitely play at this caliber, right? So it's gonna come down to very few misses for sure.
Halfway mark. Still a 1-miss game here for the United States. A narrow lead. Korea right on their heels.
Correct indeed. And this part is a little less flowy, so if any misses happen, it would have been there, I would have guessed, but still, nobody budges. United States now with about a 35,000 point lead. Will that be enough to take them across the finish line in this one?
We will see a small spinner section here before the final quarter of the map begins. Coming up to the final key eye here. Sakurai! Oh, Rels trades it though! Rels, big drop!
Yeah, Sakurai had a very bad drop as well, but this trade is more than plenty for the United States. I think South Korea is going to need at least 2 misses by now, considering the length of the map that remains. And they seem to hold.
Yeah, but those misses being traded, I don't think there's anything South Korea can do unless there is an absolute meltdown at the end here. Final sections, the United States. A much-needed point, 4-3. South Korea with the next picks.
Very grandiose performance there for both the Creeper and Lexi. Exactly the 2 people I doubted were the best players in the lobby. So, I take everything back. That's incredible. Incredible plays by every player, honestly. Rels' 14 drops and Sakurai's 8 drops were all on like one part of the entire map, right? So technically it's like a 1 or 2 miss for either of those 2 players as well. Jisan with the 1 miss at the very start of the map too. And wow, yeah, Lexi and the Creeper secured it with their perfect scores.
Came down to a single miss essentially. So now South Korea gonna look to retain that 2-point lead. Where do they go with their next pick? Hidden 3? Mixed Mod 1?
Really feels like it's Hidden 3 time by now.
Yeah, I do agree. I don't think they can let it sit too much longer. I feel at some point, and especially because like you saw them asking about Zach earlier. Where's Zach?
Benched, as Sakurai says themselves, right? But
So,
this is like the perfect moment, they just picked Hard Rock, and they need to play with the same roster in the United States that is. So they are now adjusted to Hard Rock playing, going to Hidden, swapping out 2 few players to play Hidden.
Hidden 3.
Will be perfect. There you go.
It's just the most logical pick here from South Korea. And yep, you see Angel Kawaii calling Zach. He said, "Bring him out here.
Boy, actually.
We want to play with Zach for a map."
There's Alexi.
And they're not gonna get him.
Nope.
Oh, they are. Just kidding. We just had to prank you. Yeah, it'll probably be Sekre subbing out for this one.
There you go.
Yep. So Zach coming in. First map of the match in his 10th consecutive World Cup.
Been a little while.
He's been around the block.
As for South Korea, not an entire roster swap. We have Biol and Draystar coming in, but Angel Kawaii is gonna stay in there. Stay put.
And we'll see. Time to put these low AR hidden players to work. It's very short as well, 2 minutes, 10 seconds, so you really want to get off to a good start because you could just do so much trolling on low AR hidden if you just get out of whack at the beginning. The mental is absolutely huge on these.
For people that don't understand teen slang, it means that you have to perform well at the start.
Yes.
There you go. Correct.
If you get in a bad mental space on hidden, you can just do so much trolling.
You could get giga mocked by the map, dude. Here we go. Most roster swaps for both teams now. Helix there with the first miss, and actually no, never mind me, second miss, as Angel Kawaii had a very early miss on this map.
Both misses pre-200, but the timing of the misses will favor South Korea once these combos build up slightly. So should be a small lead for them.
Massive spinners by both teams. Zach coming in with the misses around.
Yeah, and that's after 200, so that is going to matter. South Korea going to be getting quite a nice little margin as Zach finds yet another miss. Elux traded by Biol. Both finding misses still. 2 combos above 200 to 1. Advantage South Korea.
Once more, it's Draystar versus Lexi for the SS here. Angel Kawaii is very close to the scores as well. Elix, oh, the entire South Korean team is going to drop right there.
And
Lexi follows it up, so they can't capitalize.
Yep, no combos at all. Lexi was the lone one surviving, but dropped the combo in the end. Biol versus Lexi now. Second half of the map, there's still time, but South Korea are growing that lead. It's nearly 100k.
That's such a tough map. And Elix seems to be struggling most of the entire lobby. The only person below an S rank at the moment too. South Korea seems to be getting their things together again.
Big miss from Biol.
Yeah, the entire stream's missed there by Biol. Draystar and Angel Kawaii though still rocking a 300 combo. Lexi's trying the best, but Zach and Elix are even bottlenecking in, and Lexi themselves is gonna miss as well. This score difference might not be bridged by the United States anymore.
No, it's definitely not. South Korea have this one now. The US contested as much as they could, but just South Korea the better overall, more consistent low AR hidden team.
Yeah, massive performance there by both Draystar, Angel Kawaii. That's exactly what they needed. Lexi did actually outperform both of them, I do believe. He did. Which is mighty impressive as well, but Zach and Elix just couldn't keep up with the rest of the lobby, as you can see. Biol's misses there towards the end really didn't damage South Korea too much there. And that's another point for South Korea, making it 5-3. And now we're going to start to run out of comfort picks for the United States, I do believe.
Yeah, definitely back against the wall here for the United States. Only a few no mods, a few hard rocks, a few double times remaining, and a mixed mod, I believe. It's going to be Hard Rock 3 the pick, so the Hard Rock Convert pick from the United States. They knew exactly what they wanted to go with here, and Hard Rock 1 went well, so why not stick with Hard Rock?
For a very different map now, though. Another convert pick, just like the hidden pick, but the previous hard rock pick we had was a very flowy specific. So it's going to be a little different. I expect the South Korean roster to be a bit different from the previous hard rock roster as well, but the United States, on the other hand, will very likely have to play with Sekiro the Creeper Lexi once more. Since the sub-members are rebooting for South Korea. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'd be shocked to see anyone else sub in here. If anyone would sub for the United States, it would be Colin, but I think Colin's more better on specifics than converts. So looks like we're gonna get Rels connected back to the tournament server real quick. Looks like that will be the third player for South Korea.
Raystar, actually. I mean, it's logical. Raystar is really good on these convert hard rocks. He's just not quite on the same level as some of the other hard rock players in this lobby when it comes to specifics. And even then, he's really good. But this is his forte for sure.
No, yeah, that Raystar makes sense.
Yeah, sometimes you just forget that Draystar is also an incredible hard rock player besides his immaculate hidden skills, but then he jumps into the lobby on these kind of maps and FCs it or so, and then you remember for a few days.
And if you're on the opposing team, you remember for much longer. There we go. So the United States going for the Hard Rock Convert pick. They really don't have much room for error now, given that South Korea is at 5 points. So if they were to give up another break point, South Korea would be at match point with pick.
For sure. Seems that Rels is going to swap out with Angel Kawaii there. And yeah, again, solid hard rock combat roster for South Korea. I believe the same to be true for the United States, but I believe that, just gonna say it again, maybe it boosts their performance, I don't know, but again, Lexi and the Creeper, I'm gonna be keeping my eye on those two for the most part. Not really attuned too much to these convert hard rock picks, I believe. Again, they can prove me wrong, as they did on the previous hard rock pick though.
And there's the start command from the referee. Round number 9. Lots of hidden here as well. From Biol, Draystar, and Lexi.
We can't even see half of the gameplay. That's unfortunate. Ah, well.
What are you talking about? You can't read that?
I absolutely can't.
Unfortunate.
Where are the notes? I can't see them yet. See? Ah, crikey. There they are. Right. Draystar might have disconnected. I'm not entirely sure on that one.
Yeah, and if he did, that's going to be an instant. Yep. Oh, no, it wasn't a DC, thankfully. Just a little client issue.
Hopefully.
You never want it to be a DC.
Yeah, exactly. Teams get one restart at the... are allowed one restart in the entire match. So one disconnect can happen within the first 30 seconds of the map, that is.
Yeah, and this would definitely qualify if that's the case. We still don't see Draystar on screen.
Not sure if they're playing, honestly. Maybe we can get some confirmation on that. But for now, we're going to have to see these other 5 players playing. Well, good performance there by Biol and Sekiro. Both still holding on to the so the rest of the players are a little below there. 1 or 2 misses for all. Biol's going to find a miss though, so Sekiro is the only one left with double S right now. Rel's missing too. Gotta give. Well, we can't really exactly.
Yeah, we can't really say for certainty. Say that this may not count. This probably will not count. If Draystar did indeed, yeah, the referee was just a little bit late.
A little late though for the referee, yeah.
And oh man, this is going to get the players heated a little bit. You can already tell Sakurai is a little upset. Because although to be fair, the disconnect did happen within the allotted the time frame for the rule. There should have been an abort. You see, it was just a little bit took a little bit long realizing it.
It absolutely wasn't 90 seconds though, Sekre.
Yeah,
Little,
but to him in his perspective, because it was over 90 seconds into the map, it seems that way as if you were the player.
Oh, yeah, absolutely feels that way for sure.
Yeah, so that's why But at the end, you gotta have to calm down, have that mental reset, and realize that hey, there's a reset happening. We're gonna do it all over again.
Yeah, a little bit of an oopsie there for the referee, but we're gonna have to live with it.
But regarding the rules on disconnects, each team is only allowed one instance of that. So if that were to happen again, I don't believe there would be an abort command at all from the referee, and the map would just continue to be played.
It's a bit of a tough situation, this, for everybody, right? It's hard to swallow the fact that you just spent what feels like 90 seconds on the map for it then to be aborted. But then again, referees are humans as well, so they make mistakes. It's a little bit of a tough situation indeed. What do you do following this?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the abort was the correct call there.
I do believe so, yeah.
Yeah, Draystar disconnected at the very beginning of the beat map. So we're going to get set to go again, but South Korea are going to have to get a third player in here. And there is Draystar back in the lobby. So we're going to try this one more time.
They're sorry, at least.
It happens. It's internet. Yeah, no, yeah, for those people still confused in the chat on what was going on, there was a DC very early in the map, just a little bit of the referee just didn't realize it until a little bit later that the DC had actually occurred. But the DC did occur within I believe it's first 30 seconds is the rule?
Yep.
Yeah, and he DC'd he DC'd like right here.
Yeah,
like right here. This is already farther than he made it.
Right?
Yeah.
Congratulations, Racer, with no personal best in this map. As we move into a restart of Smash Out. Hopefully you can smash this out of the park by now and have everybody finish it. Here we go.
All right, so Back and forth they go, trading misses.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye out on them. Everybody else holding on to a very nice combo. Sekre only having a singular miss. Dracer, Rels, Lexi also at full
1K.
following the map. S-ing it, actually.
How's that nice 1K differential there for you? That'll relieve some tension.
Definitely does.
Here we go. Final section of the map. Last Ki. South Korea with a slim advantage.
Yeah, and people know each other's scores. It's going to be nerve-wracking for all 6 players here.
And the U.S. desperately need this point. They cannot have this break point here. They need it badly. But will South Korea find a miss? It's all on them. They have the advantage.
Oh my gosh, they are holding on so very nicely to the combo.
Drace!
Oh, that's right!
Oh,
They
it
get
went
going
well.
the smells!
And
And
Biol,
United
wait.
States flips it!
They flip it, and Biol also at the end. I don't know if he left the lobby early. I don't think that was a disconnect at all. But the U.S. actually flip it at the end and hold on to their point. That is massive. Absolutely massive. 14K.
Jesus.
15K.
Perfect score there for Lexi as well. The only double S in the lobby at all. Well, see, sometimes it happens in the last 5 seconds of a map. This was one of those cases. And they even won by 14,000 points in the end, right? So, just wham the other way. The score that is. United States still in the race. 5-4 score. So South Korea is still leading the game, but not by as much as just now.
And we're in the final round of picks here. I mean, this is the final round of picks for, or never mind, that'll be next round of picks. I'm sorry, the U.S. picked first.
Correct.
That's what threw me off.
Next to pick, then our last pick, very likely for the United States, and then South Korea. Do they have one more pick after? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's best of 13.
Correct, indeed.
Nomad 1 is the pick from South Korea. Interesting. I mean, it's not like they have a ton of options left, but they're not going into Hard Rock. They're not going into Double Time.
It's pretty hard to strategize against the United States at the moment for South Korea too, I do believe. Turns out the United States definitely still plays Double Time and Hard Rock on the same level as South Korea, especially Hard Rock. So opting for that doesn't make a lot of sense. In that same breath, maybe mixed mod doesn't make quite as much sense. So maybe just try and go back to your good old vanilla Nomad instead. Maybe that's what they're thinking. They have 2 picks anyway. So
Yeah. So
Why not
South
try-
Korea going with that Nomad 1, and it's going to be the same rosters.
Okay.
3-minute Nomad 1. Coming in here, roughly 9.7 AR. Fairly high.
Then again, this is a South Korean map, right? Team
Indeed.
South Korea's over those, so it's not like they mapped it, obviously, these players, but Rockma is one of the players for South Korea, so they should know the map through and through.
Creeper going to find the first miss at the ending there. Just on that transition, didn't quite get it. Advantage South Korea.
Oh yeah, for your information, X Angel Kawaii, that's actually Rockma, the mapper of this map. Just a bit of a name change there.
And Yes, My Darkness is Hyper, you may have formerly known. Hyper W7. They're quite fans of the name change.
Yeah, and G-Sun is Berea, you can go on and on. People change their identities every so often, right? And
Why can't you just keep it simple for us, Korea? Think of the commentators, man.
Yeah, internally we are screaming, but we're trying to keep it cool here. Come on, though.
Yeah, it's
You're gonna scare the players into missing.
I mean,
Don't want
isn't
that.
that the point?
Okay.
Something to break the deadlock, man. I mean, no misses really. Aside from that early miss from the Creeper, there hasn't been anything halfway through. And that's actually so good to see from all the players. They're all locked in. But it's a one miss game.
As far it really is, yeah.
It's quite apparent South Korea wanting to play the consistency game here. That's what they're trying to test.
It's got to get tested now for sure. Map gets a little more intense now.
Yeah, a little more dense here. USA still right on their heels. Final quarter of the map.
2 misses on the end of South Korea will give it back to the United States, so gotta be aware of that.
Yeah, they're still within striking distance here, South Korea. I mean, the last map flipped to the USA at the last second, so...
Goodness gracious, this is nerve-wracking for sure.
Gosh, dude, come on. These players are nuts.
They absolutely are.
Yes, my darkness!
Yes, my darkness. That's one.
It's gonna get close.
And the Creeper coming over miss right there at the end of these left rights. Oh goodness, no chance there for the United States. I'm pretty sure as this is the calm section. Yeah, I don't think there's any intense section here anymore that could flip it. That's gonna be another point for South Korea, I'm pretty sure.
Heartbreaking for the United States. Good effort, but South Korea will narrowly take their No-Mod 1 pick, and that will put them up 6-4 at match point.
Only 2 people missed on this map. That's insane.
Holy moly.
Yeah. Even Yes My Darkness and the Creep had some really amazing performances there. It's just that the rest somehow managed to either SS or S the map in the spectacular fashion. It's incredible to see, really. South Korea at match point though. The United States is starting to sweat.
Yeah, they now need 3 consecutive to beat South Korea. A break point off the US here, they may think about using it.
I mean, now they know, right?
Right, yeah. Oh, timeouts, those are things.
Oh, right. Seems that Yes My Darkness is asking in Twitch chat to be invited back into the multiplayer lobby. Sadly, we don't have that power.
Unfortunate.
It seems that Bayol is gonna have to leave the lobby. Time to sleep for him. I mean, it's getting a little late over there in South Korea for sure.
We should note that for South Korea it was quite late, and for US it was quite early at the time of starting. I know that this match started at 10 a.m. Eastern for the United States. That's 7 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, so the Creep had to get about 6 or so for this match. And then the South Koreans, in the meantime, will have to get into bed a little late. That's going to be a little rough on them for whatever they are going to have to do on Monday. But
No
knowing the
mod
South
3.
Korean players, they don't really mind too much. But yeah.
Yes, My Darkness filling in that last spot for South Korea.
Finally managing to get into the lobby. And I think that's going to round out the teams. Secret Lexi and the Creeper playing once again for the United States. I think everybody expected that to happen. And then we have Yes My Darkness, Angel Kawaii X, and Draystar for the end of South Korea. Again, Draystar on the converts. Seems like a good choice. I wonder how that's going to go. United States on the brink of being sent to the losers bracket. Not of elimination yet. They will be there next week regardless, but if they want to continue on in the winners bracket, they're going to have to win 3 maps in a row now. Wonder if they are able to pull that off. They've done some crazy stuff in the past. This would be one of their greatest achievements for sure, but they are going to have to try the very hardest for that.
Yeah, it is now or never. First spinner here. South Korea, slight advantage off of it. It's a very long map.
And there's already a miss for both Angel Kawaii and Sekre. That's going to level out the score for now. And again, this is not the same type of map that we just played. The Creeper is going to follow it up for the United States with another miss. That's going to get the lead to South Korea for the time being.
Yeah, advantage Korea at the moment. A 1 miss lead. Quarter of the map gone.
I mean, this is definitely not a comfort pick for United States as the Creeper misses again. This took them 4 minutes to brew up, and I don't think they are too happy having to play this type of map. But that's what you get when you almost play all of the maps from the map pool. So they're going to have to deal with it.
Is going to show at some point. So it's about a 50, 60,000 point lead for South Korea at the moment, nearing the halfway mark of the map. The Creeper. Yeah. Finding yet another miss. It's only been the 1 miss from Angel Kawaii on the side of South Korea. Draystar and Yes My Darkness still rocking the FCs. And Sekre into Creeper will go down together. A double miss. Draystar will trade one of them.
But then again, the gap is going to increase ever so slightly more in favor of South Korea. This column section is very doable for all of these players. They're going to get back at 2 in the combo very handily, as you can see. And there's still a chance for the United States to come back, but South Korea is going to need to miss, I believe, 3 times by now.
Yeah, they are certainly running out of opportunities here. South Korea are going to have to essentially find 3 to 4 misses here without the US trading any of them back.
Can still happen. But if Yes My Darkness and Angel Kawaii just refuse to miss as they do, maybe the United States won't get that chance at all.
Oh, Angel Kawhi does find a miss for South Korea. So there is one, but one is not going to be enough for the United States.
2 more misses are vital here for the United States, otherwise it's gotta go to South Korea. And the Creeper's miss is likely gonna ruin that.
Yep. Now it would take basically Yes My Darkness and Draystar going down and Angel Kawhi right now. And that is not happening. South Korea looking to end it.
It really does seem like the end there.
And
Lexi
indeed,
is trying their best with their full combo, but it's to no avail.
that's going to do it. South Korea will take home a 7-4 win over the United States. And they will advance to the winner's bracket final to face their old nemesis, China. The United States will go to the loser's bracket to face France next week.
Well played to both teams. Well done by the United States. Honestly, performance definitely like above my expectations from them. Well done to the three players, the three main players over there, Sekre, Lexi, and the Creeper, playing so many maps. Just having less opportunity to swap out and rest as the South Korean players did. Maybe that proved a little too hard for them, but a 7-4 result against this South Korea, which is so strong this year, that's something to write home about still. And they will move into the loser's bracket for now. South Korea moving on to the final match of the winner's bracket.
Sure, it's not the result the Americans wanted, but it's definitely not a result that they won't be upset about. That's certainly 7-4 against South Korea. That's not bad. That's not bad by any means.
Nope.
So they'll definitely be happy with that, and they'll move forward next week. We only have one match remaining this weekend, and it's going to be our final loser's bracket match. That is going to be between Italy and Canada for the last spot in finals week. The winner of that match.
7 p.m. UTC.
Yep. Winner of that match will face Indonesia the following week.
Here's your bracket in the meantime. As you can see, China beating Indonesia earlier today, 7-4. Same scoreline as Korea versus the United States, and they are going to clash again in the final of the winners bracket. The very it's a banger match, right? It's a classic. It's everybody loves to see it. The Chinese team versus the South Korean team, and it's going to be on a different map pool too, an even harder map pool. So that's going to be fantastic to view. In the meantime, losers bracket, as you can see, United States going to be playing France there, and Indonesia still has to wait for their opponent to arrive on that side of the bracket. It's going to be Italy or Canada, as we just mentioned. They're going to play at 7 p.m. UTC, so that's in about 3 hours from now. So.
And that will wrap up the weekend's matches with a map pool showcase for the finals coming shortly after. So that's going to do it for us. 7-4. Sarden, final thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I'm satisfied with the match. It was great to see. There were some really close points as well here and there. 10,000 score difference, 30,000 score difference. Those weren't uncommon to see in this game. So I'm very satisfied, especially by the United States' performance. I expected them to do a little worse there, but they can be proud of themselves. And South Korea, very much in line with my expectations. Just absolutely amazing, as they always are. So very glad I was able to commentate this one with you, Dolan. So thank you for that.
As always, it's always good to see these the 3 seed and the 4 seed at least put up a fair fight to our 1 and 2 seeds. So no sweeps. We love that. We love good matches. And speaking of good matches, you'll get one more in 3 hours. Canada, Italy, gonna go to war for the last spot in finals week. Make sure you follow the channel so you won't miss that notification in 3 hours when we go live. And if you haven't got a banner,
See, we gotta plug it, everyone. We gotta plug it. We're being held at gunpoint. But yeah, buy yourself a banner on the website. It's $250. You can buy it for all the remaining teams, or even the teams that have been outed since round of 16. I'm pretty sure. It shows you your profile. It shows you support for the team, and if the team you picked is the winner of the tournament, the banner will actually stay on your profile for even longer, until the next tournament, I'm pretty sure. So you can show off to all your friends that you are the predictor god of all.
Indeed. Anyways, that's going to do it for us. Canada and Italy coming in 3 hours. Don't miss it. Stay tuned.